All right, so I want to talk about a movement that I've been doing a lot lately. It can be used as a kind of a hamstring stretch, or even better put, a lengthening exercise. You can actually add weight to it as well. So it's a really, really cool movement. I've been doing it a lot. I've seen great benefits from it. But the biggest thing that I think it brings is an awareness of when you're using your posterior chain, so like the back of the body, and I would even say teaching you how to use it. So a lot of times when people deadlift or they do certain movements when they bend forward, they're not necessarily using that mechanism properly. They end up rounding at their lower back a lot and actually moving at their lower back. There's a problem that I have. Now, it's not necessarily bad. You need to have some movement at your lower back, but not when you're taking on massive weight. Even like your whole upper body, if you're taking on that weight, you're gonna run into back issues. So here's the movement. So you're gonna wanna do, you're gonna need a box that's about hip height. It could be slightly lower or slightly higher, but not too much. You're gonna wanna get your toes slightly behind your knees, okay? And that's gonna get you into the position you need. So not flat foot, toes slightly behind. All right, you're gonna stack. Make sure your ribs are stacked. You're not flexed up like that. Right? Your ribs are nice and stacked over top your pelvis. Okay. You want to have your sits bones, so you should feel your sits bones, right? Those two bony things under your butt there. You should feel them straight, so you should be aligned essentially. Butt, pelvis. From that position, you're going to want to have your legs wide. If you're lacking flexibility, or I should say hip rotation ability, you're going to need to be wider. You can be a little more narrow, but you're going to have to be wide enough so that you can lean forward. All right, so once you're in that position, toes behind your knees, you're stacked. What you're going to do is you're going to lean forward. Okay, now you don't want to be rounding at the back. Lean forward, keeping everything stacked. Right, your sits bones are now pointing out. Your head is this way. When you get to the position that you can't lean forward anymore, you're going to kind of shoot yourself up. So my butt's not touching the ground. So now I'm in this position. I'm on my toes. My sits bones are here, aligned, okay? From this position, what you're gonna do is you're gonna shoot your butt into the air without moving your knees, okay? So you might fall forward a little bit, and that's okay, because you wanna be leaning more forward than you do backwards, okay? That's why you're staying on your toes. So as you shoot your butt up, so you're shooting the butt up, so you're getting movement, you're lengthening your hamstrings by pushing up with your butt and leaning forward. Once you get as far as you can go, now you're going to try to push your knees back, okay? And this is where it gets tough, because if you're leaning all the way forward, your posterior chain's activated.